Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a very special show tonight. It is pre-recorded for your enjoyment, but we would like to wish you and all of yours a very Merry Christmas and soon to be a Happy New Year. The date is December 26th, the day after Christmas, and this is our last show for 2022. We hope that you have enjoyed the past year with us, and we look forward to having you in for 2023. I've foregone my normal rum, and I'm now drinking hot cider tonight because we're going to tell you a little bit of a story. But before I tell you a story, I'd like Mr. Longwood to give us his season's greetings that he created for us.
All right.
Great job, Mr. Longwood. Very good. That was a wonderful video, and we wish each and every one of you, hopefully, the most joyous of all holiday season. But we thought we'd take this evening as a pre-recorded and read something special, A Pirate's Night Before Christmas, a story that has been changed from a night before Christmas to a pirate-themed one. And I have the book right here. And we thought we would read it to you this evening as part of our last show of the season. So, Mr. Longwood, if you would. Very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a story. A Pirate's Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, aboard the Black Sark. Not a creature was stirring, not even a shark. The stockings were stuck to the bowsprit with tar, in hopes that St. Peggotty soon would be thar. The pirates were snoring like pigs in their beds, while visions of treasure chests danced in their heads. And I, with my spyglass and scraggy old dog, stood watch in the crow's nest for the ships in the fog. When out in the mists that arose such a racket, I slid down the mast with my sword to attack it. Away to the poop deck I ran very fast, and threw off the anchor and shouted, "Avast!" Straight up from the sea in the foamy white spray flew 8 giant seahorses pulling a sleigh. A mean-looking driver, a hoisting one leg, will shiver me timbers, it must be Sir Peg. More sluggish than flounders, his coursers they came, and he whistled and snarled and called them by name. Now Salty, now Scurvy, now Sinbad and Molly, on Cutthroat, on Cross-Eyes, on Roger and Jolly. To the top of the sail, to the tip of the mast, Now dash away, dash away, dash away fast. And then with a cry and a crack of his whip, down came his sleigh on the deck of the ship. A jolly old sea dog, enormously fat, and so he was the parrot that perched on his hat. He was dressed all in black from his head to his heels, and his clothes were all covered with seaweed and eels. His eye, how it twinkled, his hair, oh so twiny. His scars were like crossbones, his gold tooth, how shiny. His mouth was turned up with a nasty old look, the silver gleam sharp at the point of his hook. A scary white skull he had hung on his ear, soon gave me to know I had nothing to fear. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his sack, and stuffed all the stockings with coins and hard snacks. The black sark was soon filled with holiday cheer, and loaded with gifts for each good man buccaneer. Anchors and hornpipes and crackle fruit eggs, pearls and red sashes for Monty and Peg, a cauldron for cook, filled with pieces of shank, and just for the captain a shiny new plank. But oh, me heart broken and tears in me eyes, I said to myself, blimey, where's me prize? But he hopped in his sleigh, to his team gave a roar, it's time to return to the briny deep floor. Then just when I thought it's me worst Christmas day, a parchment of paper flew down off the sleigh, and it was the best present I ever got. A map to a treasure X marks the spot. I laughed as I danced, and I shouted with glee, as up went his high sleigh, and then down to the sea. But I heard him exclaim, ere he splashed with near a star, Merry Christmas be buckos, and a Happy New Year. And that would be the story, A Pirate's Night Before Christmas. We hope you enjoyed the story. We hope you enjoyed this past year. We look forward to 2023 and the St. Augustine Swashbucklers and the Captain's Quarters podcast will be busy for November 7th. We will be in Edgewater, Florida for Pirates on the Edge. Did I say November? That was the old date. I do mean January 7th. Also, January 27th, 28th, and 29th, Old City Pirate Fest returns with a bang. We've been gone for 2 years. The St. Augustine Swashbucklers are now bringing it back. And then, of course, March always brings the St. Augustine Celtic Festival and the St. Augustine Seafood Lions Festival. So come on down to St. Augustine from wherever you are and see all of us, the St. Augustine Swashbucklers, the Powder Monkey, Captain Mayhem, Davey Longwood, and of course Hellfire Henley, who is absent this evening because he needs his rest. He has a big week finishing up. If you'd like to be a part of our cast and a part of our show, we'd love to have you. There are several ways you can do it. One would be YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. All you have to do is put in YouTube and in the search engine, find Captain's Quarters Podcast, all one word, or use this handy QR code right here if you've got your handy dandy cell phone with you. Get that QR code and go right to us. Another way you can join us is Facebook. We have a Facebook page, same name, different QR code, because that'll take you straight to our Facebook page of Captain's Quarters Podcast. And if you'd like to support us, we could use the support. Go to Patreon, look for Captain's Quarters Podcast, and buy into one of our monthly memberships. There are two. Powder Monkey is $1 a month, and the Captain's is $5 a month. Oh, I'm sorry, it is the First Mate. We're at 290 subscribers. We have 60 sponsors, and we're looking to increase all these numbers now. We missed my goal of 300 subscribers. Well, maybe not. We still have another week and a half. We'll see what happens. Let's push for it. But we have enjoyed our time doing what we do here in the Captain's Quarters podcast studio. We hope that you will join us next year. We have many things planned. We're looking for new sponsors too, by the way. And we'll be putting that sponsorship idea out there in the first weeks of the new year. Join us if you can. But for now, we always say things like, it's been a good year. We look forward to next year. But we truly mean it. We truly mean that we have been honored and flattered by your presence as part of our show and part of our crew. And on that note, we sign out. Mr. Longwood.
Part of the podcast.
Part of the crew. Always. Cheers. Happy New Year.